Hi there, it's Sandra with Bruce City Thrifts. Today I am at the Goodwill in Brown Deer. This is a hit or miss place for me, but I was just thinking, I honestly find a lot of great office supplies for my workplace, so it's usually, worth the stop. So let's get in there and let's hit it. Well, here's a find right away. This is a hand-painted olive salt cellar. It is made in Spain by Pier Imports, and it's only $1.99. I do love the painting on this. I do fairly well with ceramic wall hung salt cellars, so this is going to go in my cart, where I already have picked up quite a few office supplies. These are things for work: pencils, scissors, paper, the like. So Goodwill is a great place to find this stuff. I'm here where the utensils are gathered, and I noticed this trivet on a lower shelf. It is ceramic, it is hand painted, and it is really pretty, very colorful. On the back you can see the imprint of the design, and that also shows me it's got quite a bit of age. There is a little bit of roughness along the edge, but it seems fairly intact. So I am going to put that in my cart and take it along with me. I'm not always great about checking out boxes, but when I do, sometimes I find a prize like this. This is a Boston Warehouse glass swizzle stick set in the shape of vegetables. I think it is so fun and perfect for your Bloody Marys. It is missing a stick, but I think these are cool enough that I'm going to be able to move it. So that goes in my cart. Here we have a wooden jewelry box. It is like those classical Sorrento music boxes. It's got inlay in the lid. It's got a classical scene up there, lovely grain, and the light picks up this grain of the wood, but it's a little lightweight, and I decide to pass. On the shelf above, I see another boxed item I want to take a look at. This is a divided glass dish still in the box. I've got my eye on another item here, which is it's a print on a board, and it's of Irish pubs. I thought it might be vintage. I pulled it out to take a quick look, but it's another item I left behind. This cheese board was very nice looking. It has a pretty ceramic part to it, and it has some carved areas for nuts and treats, made out of genuine walnut and designed by Ernest John. So that was kind of nice looking. I put it in my cart, thought maybe it was missing a cloche, however. This demi-tasse caught my eye first. I thought it had a nice Native American design. Behind it is a pretty china cup with some berries and flowers on it. I noticed this hand-painted cat. It's a little lidded box. It's charming. The label on the bottom said Orient. That's the only word I could make out. I thought maybe it was something made in China. I just decided to pass. Saw another very pretty teacup and saucer set. They have to be really outstanding for me to pick those up, because I have a bunch and they don't sell super fast. So, but then I noticed this set of square fused glass plates. That was really pretty. Somewhat contemporary. I decided to pass on them. Scanning the lower shelves. Lots of stuff here, but nothing that I decide to pick up. This pretty blue bottle catches my eye. It is apparently hand blown. It's got a ground glass stopper, which sometimes signifies age. This one doesn't look that old. What really sells me on it is the shape. It's got kind of an apothecary bottle shape. Here is a creamer that could be antique. It's not my style, and I guess I'm in a hurry because I'm moving on to this butter dish. I really liked it. It was titled The Old Curiosities Shop, and it's by Franciscan. It's got a lot of crazing. It's definitely old. And for butter dishes, I like glass ones better. They don't absorb the oils as much, but I thought it was a cool piece. Then we've got a little brown bean pot. You know how I love little crocks and little bean pots. This bowl had a lovely vintage color to it. It's by Lunning Ink. I don't know if it actually is vintage, and I decided to leave it behind, but it was pretty. Here's a pretty hand-painted bowl. It is also like a cobalt or a navy blue with white. Very pretty, probably contemporary. I noticed these cups, and looking at them on the bottom, they are Lenox. I don't see matching saucers anywhere. This is an older saucer, but I don't believe it's a match. I was hoping that this picture with these violets here was hand painted. I don't think it was, and it was a bit contemporary, so I took a quick look but moved on. Lots of china here, lots of teacups and saucers. Here's one that had a bit of an older look. I decided to pull it out briefly. It was kind of a milk glass with gold. On this shelf, the first thing that I pick up is this spoon rest. It is a snowman, and I do pretty well with spoon rest, so I often take a look at him. This looks like it might be Italian. I do like Italian pottery that has that thick white glaze with the terracotta sometimes peeking through. In this case, I decided to put the snowman back. I don't think the design quite captured me. I moved on to this glass. I had to pull some shot glasses out of it first, but what I liked about it was the map. I like things with maps on them. In this case, this is a map that is got the longitude and latitude lines. It's got some, an aged look to it. The gilding was a little bit rough, so I ended up putting it back and knocking things over while I did it. These overloaded shelves are a bit precarious for klutzes like myself. I don't think I broke anything, but there was a moment of alarm. Moving on, I did pick up this little shot glass. It looked to be terracotta pottery. I do like pottery shot glasses, and this one was hand painted. The only problem was it was a souvenir piece from Panama. If it had not been a souvenir piece from Panama, I would have been more interested. I'm continuing to look at some items here. I love pottery. There's lots of little bits of pottery here, like this little square pottery plate. It seems to have a little bit of age. Turning it over, no mark on it, but I do like that. If there were a set, maybe that would have interested me. Not sure what I'm looking at here. Sort of a free form little plate there. And then I grabbed that red rose bowl quickly. Moved on to these milk glass cups. I think I'm going to leave them on the shelf though. We've got a pair of pumpkins here in the candle section. Only 99 cents each. They look like they could be vintage. I kind of liked them. I did decide to leave them behind, but they were worth taking a look at. I then lifted out this giant piece of pottery. This is a wall sconce candle holder. It is heavy as heck, but it's handmade with this pretty rainbow painting on it. And I decided that is going to go into my cart. I decided to take that with me. I'm perusing the candles. There's some snowman candle holders. Lots of candles always at Goodwill. It's definitely the place to go to pick up candles if you like them. I find new, wonderful, just brand new, spanking new candles all the time. And in fact, on this trip, I think in this box, yeah, there you go. Brand new, spanking new candle in a box. I decided I'm going to take that with me. So when I noticed this dish coming up, I think this was a miss. This beautiful hand-painted red dish. This is Italian Vietre Pier Sorrento, sunflowers. Yes, there is a little chip on it, and I was being super picky. Yes, there are a couple chips on the edge, but this particular dish probably would have still sold and sold well, and I should have taken some time and looked it up because I think that was definitely a miss. I had picked up a few faux flower pots with flowers in them for a personal project, so you see those in my cart, but those are just not for resale. Slowly scanning a sort of miscellaneous shelf here. I am seeing lots of different things. Some figurines, still with some candles, a wreath. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. A bell. And on the lower shelf, this caught my eye because it looked like it was something that was hand painted. It looks like wall decor. I do like the design, but then this camper behind it catches my eye. It's a birdhouse. I just think this is super cute. Camper shaped birdhouse. I love birds. I have bird feeders and birdhouses out in the summer, and this one goes right in my cart. It is just such a cutie. We've got someone's rooster plate collection here. Here's a set that have raised roosters on the plate, so they're decorative. I don't think you would eat off of them. Back here are some more rooster plates, and over here to the side is a rooster spoon rest. Country meets Mackenzie Childs. What do you think? We've got behind it a actual glass rooster. No, it's not a rooster. It is a horse. I like these delicate figurines, and I can sell them. This one unfortunately has a break, so it goes back on the shelf, but I do pick those up when I see them. I just think they're really pretty. Then I noticed these vintage little pots. Got a butter pot and a honey pot. Little pottery pots. Then there's this sort of end of day maybe pot. Got some ceramic shoes. Got just a whole variety of things. This store just feels like all the shelves are very eclectic. There are just all kinds of things mixed up together. This ceramic piece caught my eye. It definitely has some age. The car is got like a 1930s look to it, and it was interesting. I just wasn't feeling it today. I didn't pick it up. I looked at this wooden jewelry box briefly. I do like nice wooden jewelry boxes. This one had some scratching, but the design was nice. It's one of those where you kind of pull the drawers out to the side so that you can look at what's in them. It had the black velvet lining on the drawers, and it was a nice piece. Moving along, I look briefly in these boxes and see some silver, chrome maybe, but I was not able to pull out what was in it with one hand, and then I got distracted by this bear reading to a mouse. And then moving along, I finally noticed down in the corner a ceramic Ray Dunn birdhouse, which I put in my cart to check out. Some of those are good sellers, some not so much. In this tchotchke area, I am scanning and then looking at the figurines. I am drawn to this ceramic sunflower trinket box, and next to it are a set of Otagiri coasters with the Nautilus on them. These sometimes can go for good money. I put it in my cart to think about it for a minute. So it is cart review time, and I've got a lot of stuff, but actually not as much of it is for reselling. This little orchid is for a personal use. These two little faux flower pots I'm giving to someone. It's sort of an inside thing, so personal use. This candle also probably not for reselling, probably just going to put that in my personal collection and use it. We've got some catnip mice and a bunch of paper goods. Most of this stuff is for myself. I decided that little painting of a truck, I was going to keep that for some winter decor. This plaque is for myself for fall decor. This photo of fall leaves, also for myself for fall decor. I probably should have shown you me picking these up, but I just was like, they're not for reselling. Maybe they're not interesting. This puzzle is for a donation. It's a new puzzle, and I always love to pick up a new puzzle that's still got its wrapping. I usually donate them, but I do sometimes resell them. This Otagiri Nautilus coaster set I'm going to take with me. That's for reselling. This camper, not sure, I might keep it or I might resell it. It's just a cute little birdhouse. I love the retro look. I love the, it's just fun. I love just the sort of the sense of humor about that. And then we've got, oh, I didn't show myself picking these up. This underplate and this one here, these are for some plants that need to have just an underplate for them, and I just wanted to pick up something inexpensive and plain. It's kind of gross, but those are for personal use. This is for reselling. This is that ceramic hand painted enameled trivet. That's gonna go home with me. The olive salt cellar. Oops, I couldn't get it out, so I guess I'm showing you the glass swizzle stick. That's coming home with me. I love this. I think that's so fun. Bloody Marys, just the perfect thing to put in a Bloody Mary. Then this Pier 1 Imports olive salt cellar. This is definitely coming home with me. This really big pottery sconce for a pillar candle. That's going to clean up really good. I'm going to get that wax out, and that'll be a fun piece to put online. And then again, that little cobalt bottle, it's kind of like a little apothecary bottle, that's coming with me. And another candle for personal use, and then a whole bunch of paper goods and office goods and art supplies for work. So that was fun. We got a lot more than I expected we would get today. Yes, a lot of it was practical stuff for work and just my own personal use, but still got a couple cool things. I liked the ceramic pottery candle holder, the handmade one. I liked the Pier 1 wall pocket for olives, also hand painted, and I definitely love that little camper birdhouse. So some nice finds. Hope you had a good time looking around with me. Like my channel, subscribe, and comment, and come back. Thrift on. We will do this again soon.